Hey, anyone who's watching the VOD, since no one's here on the stream yet, but we hit 300! And since we hit 300, I am in a VC in my public Discord, link down below. We hit 300! Hello, Haley Nats in the chat. I really hope I pronounced that right. Since we hit 300, well, since no one's in a VC, since everyone in my team's offline, and I'm making this I'm started streaming last minute. Hold on, so this morning I checked, and I was at 295. After like 3 days of just like being on like 292 or whatever, and then after the video premieres, I'm at school all day because like I just got home like 2 hours ago, and because I had something after school, I was helping supervise for a club, and I get home, it says 299, and then I was in a call with some of the Arcane folks, and Perceptor is my 300th subscriber. Or as he said it, 300th subscriber. And since so I will be doing like an official like three. I'm so sorry if it's lagging. I don't know why it's lagging. It's not like lagging on the games, and it's just on OBS. I'm unsure if it's lagging for you guys, but it says encoding overloaded, so I'm just gonna turn down my render distance. Since this is last minute and everyone in my staff team's either asleep or like busy or something, I will be doing like I'll just be like ranting, but I will later do not today, but like maybe Sunday after our recording, be streaming. Saturday I'm busy, and basically the rest of the week I'm busy, so yeah. Why is there a crafting table here? Oh right, yeah, he stole the frozen. Oh, we've only recorded one other episode after the previous thing, so everything's previous. Everything's basically how it was. But so when that happens, I will be doing like a mini Q&A based off of the comments on this stream, and I will be doing that hide and seek which we mentioned a while ago. Just comment down below what like kingdoms you want us to do hide and seek in, or villages or whatever. There are going to be a few no's for certain reasons that we've updated the set and don't have an old copy, but of some of them. But like for most of them, I'm fine to show off, like if they have been seen. But oh no, I'm just so excited. Apparently 2 of my 3 viewers on the stream are on Twitch. I didn't realize I was streaming on Twitch, but that's pretty cool. So right now I'm just gonna be ranting, and you know what? I'm gonna be interviewing myself because I'm bored, but also this is pretty cool. Um, let me pull up. You guys can, or y'all can also send messages in the chat if you want me to, like instantly reply to a Q&A question you have. Let me just click. Okay. Um, so the first question, which I'm going to answer that I said, since I don't see in the chat yet, is uh my favorite and least favorite video just on my channel. Um, I'm only gonna be counting like actual videos, like the few random Arise things before I started really posting. Don't really count. I'm not really counting those as videos. My least favorite would have to be, well, my least favorite now, huh, would have to be maybe episode, uh, huh. I actually have, oh, okay, nope, just my Minecraft. Huh. I really like most of my videos. So maybe a Dio episode, honestly. None of them were like inherently bad, but like actually just because I have better videos on the channel, I'm gonna have to say SC episode 8 or episode 12 because both of those I feel like I could have done better with. Episode 8 was filled with a lot of people switching mid recordings, and we didn't even have the set finished until like we built the Orange Leader's house uh on the spot, like right before that recording. So, and like the kingdom still isn't even finished, like or the village, I mean. Like, this river isn't complete or anything. This river was supposed to be here from the beginning, but, um, the leader's house, which I don't think I have the right texture pack on right now. Yeah, the amethyst isn't white amethyst. But this, I actually do really like this set, and I wish we will get to use it more. The attic is empty, though. What? Like, this tower is really nice. But then, episode 12, I just think actually 12 or 13, because 13 I feel like was a rough introduction to the Rebellion arc, which none of the NPCs are here because we just moved to a new server a few weeks ago, and yeah, but honestly this is a nice look of the Yellow Kingdom. I don't have shaders on at the moment, but uh that was, we had like almost everyone was a Bedrock user, and I forgot to tell the tell them the script beforehand, and so we half winged it. But the roughest to record, I'd say, was the latest because we recorded twice. The first time, it was acted by basically the actor who acted Feather in the latest episode wasn't there that day, and so we had someone else play Feather, and kind of went off the rails a little bit, but then and the house wasn't even complete uh till like right before we recorded it again. Alright, bye. Hey, thanks for joining the stream for the little time you did. I'll just keep ranting. We... And then when we re-record it, the recording was like 45 minutes or something. Hi, Anna Jo Bori or Joanna. There's parentheses and then there's the other name. I really hope I pronounced either of those right. Thank you. I was just going on about my least favorite episode to record, which was honestly the latest because of how chaotic it was, but I think the episode itself turned out a little well. A few things did go off script a lot. Like, we don't have a direct script, but like, I had planned high tracks, and is the music too quiet? You pronounce both right? Hey, cool. Welcome to the stream, and but I think how the episode turned out was way better than how the episode recording went. Which, funny enough, I was editing that until last night, and if you check, or if you are in the public Discord, then in the early access channel, I didn't even have the thumbnail done until like midnight. And I still haven't even done the translated subtitles yet, so I'll do that eventually. And then anyways, congrats on 300. Thank you. And my favorite episode to record would have to be, or my favorite episode, how it turned out, would probably be episode 14. My early on, if I had to pick like from like a year ago, then I'd have to say it's when when we broke Yellow out of the Nightmare Kingdom, because we had that planned like a year in advance. We planned that down to we planned that down to Light runs up, punches a guard, and jumps off or whatever. Then I forget if Green punches a guard and jumps off or whatever. I can't remember what Lead did, and then Yellow tried imitating Green punching a guard, but then gets knocked off. I feel like that episode went so well. The next episode wasn't even going to be an episode, though. We kind of just continued recording, and then it was supposed to be just like a little scene in the episode where Frozen just messaged me unsubbing now. Can't tell if he's joking or not, is the sad part. Okay, he hasn't so far. Watch me refresh the page and then it's $2.99 again. That would be sad. Well, it still hasn't happened yet, so I'm just gonna assume he hasn't yet, and hoping that he doesn't. One which, please don't do that, Frozen. But one which was like, I wasn't even going to do yet, but I did because like we left kind of a plot hole. Not plot hole, but like why did nothing happen here? 11.5. originally we left off on 11 of Lead finding the tower after running away from Feather, which I am confirming that the red in the Navy Kingdom episode is the same red. I think that was actually said in the latest video. I don't know. But then after he stopped at the tower, we just in episode 12 we just see him coming back, which nothing is said in that happened in between that. So I made 11.5, which no one was available that day, like literally no one. So the purple or what looks to be a purple was literally just my Bedrock account, my phone. Actually, no, it was, since we didn't have Geyser on the server, I believe I used the Pojab launcher on my phone. A thumbs up emoji. I don't know how I respond that and respond to that. Cool. Joining the Discord gives you early access. Frozen actually unsubscribed. Why, Frozen? Why are you like this? Anyways, well, I guess it's we hit 299 stream. That's just sad. Anyways, I'm not gonna let Frozen kill my vibe, but anyways, I'm gonna head out. Just stumbled in the stream and just want to say congrats. Hope y'all have a great day. You too, Trex. Have a good day as well, I guess. Bye. I hope you enjoyed the stream while you were here. I don't know what else to say to that. But or was I? Alright, yeah, the tower. I realize I can't work there, can I? I probably should bleep out or like turn off my Minecraft while looking at warp names, but it's whatevs. This place. Oh yeah, I got my horse back, didn't I? Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, episode 11.5. I think that was right before or after the green episode. Yeah, that was... I think that was January, because... Yeah, I believe I took like a month break after posting episode 14 just to work on the Christmas special, which I was going to make a Halloween special and Christmas special this year. I have like 9 days till Halloween. I do not have time for that. Literally, my calendar is booked all week, or for the rest of the week. I would join VC, but it's currently midnight for me. That's fine. You don't have to do anything. Just tune in the stream helps. Like tomorrow I won't be home all day, and then the day after that I'm going to watch this play, and then on Saturday I have this choir thing. So yeah, I'm basically booked, and then Sunday is when we do the next SC recording and the next live. Ooh, I just realized we will have to make a copy of the... Oh, I realize I can't say what kingdom we have to make a copy of, because that would kind of spoil an episode, huh? But anyways, back to my favorite episode. I'd have to say episode 14. It had the cool cinematic. I did I do think some parts of the animation were pretty choppy, but that was one of my first actual animations with Blockbuster. And then, like, a week later, I started work on an entire music video for that, which took up until December 26th. I literally finished editing it that day. That a lot of my videos I post the same day, but if it's like a Monday, then I'll just release it early access and then have people be able to watch it early access on the Discord up until why am I looking at a wall? But then my favorite thumbnail would have to be either episode 11.5, 17, or 21. Like 21, so 11.5 just looks good as a thumbnail, but it does use the old model, and that's back when I was still doing the glass border thing, which I really wish I just made that smaller or something, because the border takes up too much of the screen. Then 17, for the longest time, that was my favorite thumbnail because I don't know, the eyes in the background, the fact that I made his eyes like look broken, the blue energy effect in his hands, all that looked pretty cool at the time. And for 21, I just think it's simplistic and gives off the point of the title, and I did something different for that one, since most of them, well, except for episode 20, I add like a little like border and then set to overlay so that it glows. For episode 21, I duplicated the layer and added a slight blur so it really looks like it's glowing instead of just an outline. Episode 19 also has a good one since I added like a slight glow and blur to the darkness on Professor Yellow's arm. But yeah, I mentioned this to the previous person who joined before in the chat and left right before y'all left, or right before y'all joined. You can leave Q&A questions in the chat at the moment, and I am willing to answer them. Which also, this is now a full look at the Red Kingdom, because this kingdom, we started February 2023, and I'm not even joking, we finished this only like a few weeks ago. And that's why there was such like a long pause in between episode 18 and 19. Like episode 18 was 6 months ago. Episode 19 was 2 weeks ago. We only recorded actually we recorded 19 a few weeks to maybe a month after episode 18. And then we originally recorded episode 20 and 21 maybe the week after that, but then I just didn't like how the episodes turned out, and so we re-recorded them. And yeah, the red, I had like we weren't even finished with the set, and or with the Red Kingdom set. So much was missing. There was none of these trees. The wall wasn't here. There was no door on the wall. Like, half these houses weren't here. The leader's house wasn't there. The assistant's or the apprentice's old house. The Professor Red's old lab, which I was going to build, but we don't have time to do that. I mean, I could just build it right now instead of streaming, but I ain't gonna do that because it's not, we won't ever see it. Like, it's not relevant. Which, yes, the lore for this is Professor made a telescope, and since there's a glass layer here, it, like, you know that thing that Sid did to Woody's head in Toy Story? Yeah, something happened, and then ended up something exploded, and yeah, that took out half the apprentice's house, and the netherrack keeps it from the fire from going out, and no one has felt like putting out yet, so the apprentice was in good need for a new house or repairs. This tree has been growing on for months. Maybe Mr. Bush just really doesn't like the apprentice, but I don't know. Became Mr. Bush. Hello, Mr. Bush. I just realized that. Well, I knew this, but I just realized that I just realized it became so obvious now. The diamond texture. Why Mojang? Why is it like this? This side is different from this side. The fireball shall endlessly burn, I guess. Or the fire shall endlessly burn. Yeah. That's another act does. Yellow even spent time decorating like this little room and stuff. I don't think down here is decorated, but y'all aren't ever gonna need to see that, so. None of these are decorated either, but almost all of this set. I don't know how to use doors apparently, or I don't know how to jump up a single block apparently. These 4 houses were built in one day, while these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 houses, and I guess the library, were built across like 3 years. We also built these ones in the same day, since at that point we were really rushing, and on that day Yellow was very motivated. I don't know how he just locked in and did that, but he did. Yellow is the GOAT. Y'all should go subscribe to him right now at _yellowplays_. Y'all should totally ping him in my public Discord calling him the GOAT. For locking in and finishing the Red Kingdom. Speaking of which, I will just show this side of the wall, since y'all saw this in, well, I'm not gonna reveal where in case y'all forgot, but y'all never actually saw this side of the wall. It was kind of hinted at this was here due to the mangrove. What the fuck is that window? Oh, excuse my language, I forget which channel I'm streaming on. I don't know where that notification sound came from. I think my phone does that, I don't know. I don't like pinging people. Y'all don't have to. I was making a joke, but I don't think he would mind. Anyways, um, my we, since I mentioned that we started this kingdom in 2023, and that may raise some suspicion since actually it might have been it was 2023, since we only actually posted episode 1 like July of last year, I think. Wow, we haven't finished season 1 and it's been over a year. Oh my god. And we'll get it by maybe January. Um, but um, I actually had the concept for SC, or at least I thought of SC in 2021. And I even mention it back then. It was called BSC because the whole theme was about it was called, the acronym stands for Brian's, Steve's, Crystals, which cringe, I know, but it was 2021. That was like 4 years ago. Wow. Oh my god. I'm feeling old and I'm not even okay. But um in 2020, I just realized I have to wake up at 6 a.m. Oh well, I'll get like 5.5 hours of sleep. If you need to go to bed, you can. That I can't speak. That sleep is important. Do as I say, not what I do. I'm saying this very well knowing I stayed up till midnight last night just doing the thumbnail and editing of episode 21, and then the week prior I stayed up till literally like 2 a.m. finishing episode 20. Yikes. I can't be talking, but I joined the Slipping community like 8 months ago. Wow. Oh, that sounds like a long time, but like, wow. Oh my god. But anyways, what I was saying was, so in 2021, I had this original plot where this character, which y'all might know from Fun Saga, since Fun Saga is basically where we just do whatever role plays and kind of do test pilots for or yeah, test pilot or soft pilots for characters, for example, ABR or SC, since like Crystal was intended to be in was just supposed to be a Steve Venture character, and then I wrote him into SC, and then when we started V3 of Fun Saga, I need a character, and I just pulled Crystal because he was my favorite character at the time. But it sounds like a real long time, but 2019 was 6 years ago. Bruh. Anyways, that's irrelevant, but in 2021, I originally wrote BSC to be like a story with like a huge rainbow kingdom, a ton of like, there was like 100 of each crystal or whatever, maybe a ton of rainbows, Rainbows, Stevs, and Alexes, but then uh, but the story was basically when the Rainbow Kingdom was about to fall, this character who doesn't really make sense anymore, and so I no longer ever use him. Uh, Rainbow Light, which is basically Rainbow Red if he was a light, and he created the Rose Hero Crystal, another currently Fun Saga character. Um, and a little later, Lead, a player, joined the world, and their paths would intertwine. I didn't write much more than that because the server deleted itself, which I'm honestly glad that happened. Is kind of a blessing rather than a curse. Anyways, then I mean somewhere along then, like I think like a month later, Yellow had started, or like a month after I had originally started pitching BSC, which SC and BSC having very similar acronyms is just a coincidence. One means what it says in chat, and the other means gal. So yeah, but um, but Yellow had started his series Saga of the Steves at the time in like February, I believe, and I helped him out from the beginning, but then like 3 episodes in or 2 episodes in, he introduced me as a character, and then funny enough, he then re-recorded the next episode, which was him finding Blue, since originally both me and him were there, and the recording went swell, but he, or I don't know if he didn't like the recording. He just said that he re-recorded it for fun since he was bored and had nothing to do. But yeah, that version didn't have me in it. That's the one he posted, since he says he got confused with the files, but maybe he just didn't like the version with me in it. I don't know. But back to SC or BSC at the time. Um, he what? After the server got deleted, I started to revise the plot since I still wanted to make a story, and I pushed it back a bit. Like when I made the new server, probably one of the first things I made was the Rose Kingdom. Like I just teleport somewhere random, which I'm or the Rose. I keep calling it Rose Kingdom since up until like right before we started record, literally in episode 2, it was still called the Rose Kingdom. But this is definitely no kingdom. This is like a village size. And so we changed the name of it like in during the recording of episode 3, and I just cut out the parts with me saying kingdom instead of village, because like yeah, so calling it the Rose Village is pretty recent. Why is there a lantern right here? Anyways, but back to SC. The Rose Village was one of the first things I started working on, and then it wasn't actually even finished until like episode 8, which one thing which is on the server but is never gonna be seen this random boat, which Space made right after that, and it used to have like 3 greens wearing Cole from SL's outfit. And yeah, this was retconned due to us deciding around episode 10 that green was, to the public's eye, the last green. Also, this is the new canon reason why green like went out of his way to destroy the sign on the barrel, which is right here. Since that said from the green slash kingdom, which there's still greens in the outpost, which I can actually show you. I'm not going to show you everything in the outpost since we still haven't seen what's behind the closed doors or what's in the pit, but I need to re-add the NPCs, but this is the outpost so far. Y'all don't get to see what's down there. Wait, did the command block break? No, I spent like a few weeks, not weeks, a few days at the time learning how to do / execute and how to use command blocks. Oh, okay, this one still works, but the slow falling one doesn't. That's wacky. I'm not turning around so that y'all, and just so that y'all can't see the. Okay, I'll have to fix that eventually. Y'all don't get to see what's behind these 2 doors yet. But then the next thing I started working on was the Navy Kingdom, which that was originally finished in like I think like a month or 2, because the majority was copy and paste houses, and then I didn't know what to do with that one section where it like loops around, and I only did that like I think a few months later when I decided, I'm just gonna paste random houses. But the reason the Navy Kingdom took so little time is because if you haven't noticed, most of them are just copy and paste the little world edit. But I think I can't remember if I added like little alterations to some of them to be more unique, but yeah. Then right after the Navy, Space, who was on the team, well, he's still on the team, but Space was originally gonna play green. But Space built that and built a thing for the season 3 or 4 plot, which coincidentally may or may not have been greatly inspired by his favorite game, Hollow Knight. I have never, at the time, I had never heard of Hollow Knight, and was unaware that he basically copied a part of the plot. But yeah, you can tell which ones of these were started by me, because some of them, like these 2 and this one, I think, have 3 block tall builds, and I only recently learned the 4 block structure when they're like around the time of Fun Saga. But what I was saying was, after that thing was built, I had built like the wall of this kingdom, which It's not that good. Like, the wall has only just been finished with making it walkable. Since beforehand, there was just a huge hole in the top. And these pillars I might make into towers, but I'm not very convinced. But this design was originally made and then copied and pasted, and so around some parts of it looks very scuffed because I pasted it in the wrong spot, like right here. So eventually I might just go over and like fix it all or smooth it all out, which this wall is very inconvenient in the story because are you telling me they just casually be wasting materials? Like, how do you even get gilded blackstone in this universe? I don't think they can go to the Nether, can they? Actually, I think. Okay, there's a Twitch bot, and uh, of course, uh, Nightbot is not doing anything about it. Like normally, it removes bots with certain keywords like .com, and it isn't right now. So I got manually go into Twitch and ban. While Frozen was really just being biatch because I checked and he still says $2.99. Yeah, I don't know what's with Frozen. He hates when other people have happiness at this point, or he just hates me. I don't know. He probably does. He probably does both. Is this why he's been actively sabotaging recordings? Anyways, I'm not gonna get into that. But oh look, cool nightmare head. He's blah blah blah. He's rude. I'm totally not giving y'all a zoom in shot of something right next to it and disguising it as, oh, look at this cool thing. It's totally not like a thing right there. Anyways, I'm not allowed to say more on that. I'm saying this as if I'm signed an NDA, but it is my series. I have not signed no NDA. But if there's any questions for that y'all want me to answer, you can leave them in the chat. I'm kind of running out of things to ramble on unless I want to just keep going over the history. Also, I did accidentally confirm a character in this stream who's coming to SC, not anytime soon, but like eventually. Eventually, this one character who I mentioned is coming to SC, but only around like season 3 or 4 maybe, which I am planning. Okay, the count gets very confusing because originally there were 3 planned seasons, but I wanted 4. Season 1 was like 70 episodes, so I split it into 2 parts. Or not 2 parts, just 2 seasons. And the original mid-season became, I don't have any questions at the moment, probably because my brain ain't working. That's upsetting. But I'll just continue while I'm rambling on right now. Season 1 was originally going to end with, I think, the war which was mentioned in the farmer and rebellion episode with the Orange Village and the Yellow Kingdom, but after the season was cut into 2 seasons, season 1 will now end with something else happening. And hi NF, welcome to the stream. I don't know why Frozen's deciding to be rude and unsubscribing once we hit 399, but I don't know what's up with him. He's just, I don't know, but what I was saying was, it's 299 subs, by the way. Hi, Joanna. Or Joanna. I don't know. I actually pronounce that with a British accent. Reading that with a British accent brought me back to 2 years ago. Sweeney Todd. I'm not giving more context because Yellow made it so I couldn't stream for 9 months because of that, but anyways. Question to ask, by the way. What question to ask, by the way, Joanna? Or Joanna? Basically, NF, I said I'm basically doing a main Q&A right now, and if y'all have any questions, ask away in the chat. I'm free to answer as long as well, there are some questions I'm obviously going to not answer because they might give away too much lore or whatever, but some questions I'm fine with answering. Oh, you're British lead? No, I just like doing a British accent because it's funny. Which is also why I canonically made Professor Red British. Well, British/Australian, so the accent kind of switches between it randomly. And sometimes I just forget to do the accent. But yeah, now he's slightly British, slightly Australian. Which means he's the second canonically British character, besides Yellow. Which will kind of make a plot hole in the future, but I'll talk about that another time. What is your opinion on Sadness? The character or the mood? Because the mood, that's pretty sad. The character, that and it's tragic. We don't even know his real name. Nightmare even calls him Sadness. Well, he calls him Darkness Rose, but like, on the sign it said Sadness. Speaking of, Sadness was one of like 6 different Rose characters, who we, also my warps, most of my warps are random warps, which don't lead to much yet, because some of them are like season 2, 3 things, or just random things I'm working on, which I don't have a plan to actually do in the story yet. But the planned MC characters or main characters, or Sadness wasn't even supposed to be a character. Frozen just switched to Rose. If I don't mind what? Give Sadness name, question mark, make it canon. I have an idea for her name. Go ahead. It is technically Frozen's character, but after recent events, I don't care what he thinks. So go ahead. Isaac, spelled wrong. I love it. Maybe that's why he said, because everyone misspells his name, and people think it's actually, how is Isaac spelled? Maybe you spell Isaac right. Nope, it's Huh. It's apparently this this looks weird. The name Isaac is weird. Sorry to any Isaacs out there if any Isaacs are watching this stream, but your name is weird. I love it. He will have the second most human name ever in this universe. Also, canonically, Yellow's character's name is Hugo, like in the other universes. We just didn't. I don't think we made that canon for SC until recently. So, yeah. Also, we only also recently learned Green hasn't had a name yet. Green has just been known as Green this entire time. We have thought of a name. We have thought of a name. And soon he will be getting a name. But I think it would just be the funniest thing if we wait till like the end of season 3 and he's like, oh wait, I just realized I never told you my name. It's blank. Uh, Yellow's IRL name isn't Hugo, but that's his character's name, which if you watch MT or TR, you will understand. And when I say TR, I don't mean Twisted Rainbow, I mean our series Twisted Reality. Close enough names where they share an acronym. I apologize for that. But um but ooh, green name, I'll wait when it comes in the series. Now I'm considering just gatekeeping the name, because I think it would be so funny if we go until like season 2 or something, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I never told you my name, right?" It's or like on the final episode, no, I'm not gonna pull an MT. Oh, spoiler. Actually, y'all don't know who I'm referring to, so maybe you do. No, I don't know if has that character been seen? Yeah, they have. Okay. Um. Anyways. Um. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna show this off here since I've been don't get I'm getting tired, but I don't want to sleep. Okay. I'm gonna show off this house which I built like a week ago because and I fixed up the terrain here. Because this will get shown in a soon episode, but this is Tulip's house, which are you sure, Joanna? One thing which I really need to do. So we have there's like one character or like at least one character from each chromatic, which will be at least semi main character at a point in the story, and the two which we don't have, if we count ABR, then there's only one which we don't have at the moment. Tulip, if we don't count ABR, actually, if we count ABR, Tulip is the only. Then Tulip needs clothes. That's what I'm trying to say. But Orange, we also don't have someone with clothes. Indigo, I actually need to check if we have one for Indigo. It's been a while. Okay. Actually, a lot of them need clothes. Light. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna go down the list, but I'm not gonna exactly say. Oh, excuse me. I'm not exactly gonna say their names unless they've been revealed. But I will say they're chromatic if they have or don't have an outfit. So Tulip needs an outfit. Nova will get an outfit. Like, we have one made. Crystal has an outfit. Book doesn't have an outfit, but we have made one new thing to his appearance, which will appear in episode, I want to say maybe 26. Since after 22, it's Yellow's POV for a little bit. And then Feather got an outfit. Hasn't been seen yet. Wool needs an outfit, and then we have another orange character, which I want to introduce sooner or later, since we wanted them to be a part of the story, and then we didn't have enough people to make them a part of the story. Then Light doesn't have an outfit, and neither does Faith or Pure. And then Green has an outfit. We already saw that. The Cyan one does have an outfit. The blue one does have an outfit, which it is an AU character, like a variant of someone from another universe. I'm not sure if that universe version of the character is still canon, and I'm not allowed to say any more about that since yeah, but it is this universe's variant of that character. They do have an outfit, and we don't have an Indigo character unless we count someone from AVR, but they don't have an outfit yet. Chorus, or the purple we were friends with, doesn't have an outfit yet. This pink maybe needs an outfit. He kind of has like two things already. A cosmetic and an item he holds. Or like a piece of armor dyed and and an item he holds, and then the Violet we become friends with. I don't know if I want to give the Violet an outfit because his appearance kind of changes. Sometimes I miss some as episodes look like I have to watch them later. Not gonna lie, I think if we can record multiple episodes this Sunday, then we might be able to start posting weekly. I'm not sure if I'll be able to post weekly on my channel alone, but SC or on, like, whether or not it's on mine or Yellow's channel, it will come out weekly unless either of us have something else to post that week. So, like, if Yellow ever finishes MT episode 15, he probably won't, but if he does, then he has something to post. If I have Dio episode 11, I don't. Actually, 11? What? I meant, yeah, 11. If I ever get MT episode, or meant Dio episode 11, then, which I won't for a while, then that comes out in 7SC video. If either of us have a TR video or Frozen has a TR video, since I'm not editing multiple videos in 1 week. My schedule has recently filled up due to me joining a council of a club at my school, and so my time has literally been cut in half, which it was already like half just because of school and other projects, but it's okay. I'll be looking forward to new videos whenever they come up. So I will be trying to manage weekly. It doesn't really matter which channel it comes out on. We have like 3 new Fun Saga videos, but I kind of want to wait till we have more videos to start posting. Since, like, since like like if we just post like once a month on Fun Saga, then by the time we manage to record another, then people are probably already gonna forget what happened in the previous, which, not gonna lie, keeps happening when we're recording because of how spread out the recordings have been, because like the plot has kind of like become so like we have like beforehand we could just do role plays or whatever happens, but like at this current moment in the plot it's kind of like we have to like plan out the story a lot, which isn't really what we intended with Fun Saga. But after season 4 finishes, we should go back to being able to just do whatever episodes. We don't have any like current sets done though. Like we have the Red Kingdom, which is like it. Y'all have seen it, I think. Yeah, which we haven't been working on the sets. We just kind of been doing role plays, and I did post something on the Fun Saga community tab, which I don't know why every single channel has a community tab now, but they do. Um, I think that's been a feature for a while now. Um, but but I can't think. Um, but if we can maybe get some new sets that we actually want to record in, since no one's motivated to build on the server or even roleplay because of how like bland the server has become at the moment, then roleplays will continue happening on there. I do want to complete season 5, I think, or no, season 6 of Fun Saga before Terror Eternity. That does spoil a bit of Terror Eternity, and just me saying that, but it's fine. It's my series, and I'm animating the entire thing. I don't really care. I'm allowed to spoil my own shit if I want to. But back to SC. I realize I can't go into the mines. There's stuff in there. This armor hasn't been updated, has it? Pull it down. I'm not creative. Copy. Why are there rose helmets here? Copy. Rose helmet, and I wasn't in creative again. Which one of these has? Alright, yeah. This is the updated shield. Anyways. I'm just, instead of, I'm just gonna drop all of these on the floor and let them despawn eventually. My mods, I have like a ton, and it doesn't even stay consistent between episodes because like most episodes up until episode 120 or 1, I think the first one which we recorded on, I think the actually no, I think the last episode we recorded on 1.20.1 was a part 2 teaser. That includes episode 19, so episode 19 was the last full episode we recorded on 1.20. Okay, bye, Joanna. if you have to get up early, sleep well. Know that your habits aren't healthy. Anyways, and then episode 20 and 21 were both recorded on 1.21.8, which I just added, which won't be seen till like episode 26 because that's after episode 22. That's my next episode. Is this Clouds mod. I'm not sure how I think about it. I've been using it for like a week. Well, I know my sleep schedule's cooked. Hey, at least you're self-aware. But yeah, I'm not sure how I think about or what I think about this cloud mod. I kind of like it with shaders. It can look a little messed up, but like, I think it looks alright. Actually, haven't been back into the Nightmare Kingdom since then. Which, this room is... Hold on. I can look through the palace as long as I don't go over there. This area is so scuffed. If I turn on night vision, you can see... This... I didn't even know this was broken open until a second ago. I'm not gonna go down that corridor. Which I'm not sure if I'm ever going to use that, but if I'm not, then I'll eventually show off, but... This is why we don't use night vision. Also, I did redo this bridge since it was a little more scuffed, but now it looks normal, I guess. I can show off the bit of the redstone behind here. So you press the... I just realized what. Okay, I can show off a bit of the redstone since I built this entire palace, except some of the rooms. No, it's not broken. It works perfectly fine. It just looks weird. Since I made it like 2-3 years ago. And then never redid it. Instead of using like a hopper clock, this is what powers the door. This is what not even just the door. This is what powers the drawbridge. All that for maybe you were right. Maybe it is broken. It wasn't broken earlier, I swear. What do you mean big doors physics? I don't remember adding that mod. Is that just like a V2 of the original? Okay. Something in big doors broke, but you get the point. It's a bit broken, but... What's the hotkey for? Okay. I'm just seeing. Did I accidentally place something like obsidian? No, I didn't. Okay, also, what do y'all think of the redone door? It was only shown in the part 2 teaser. Like, now we have this line going through here, it looks nice, and then this is more square. Okay, but there was no way for you to know that it was broken up until a minute ago. Because if the plugin didn't break, since it wasn't broken before, then this wouldn't be broken. Actually, oh, I see the problem. I forgot to set it up after we moved servers. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna redo the entire redstone system to this door. Just not today. Also, I think I shown this off. Oblix, who isn't on my team right now, but built the entire kingdom. Oblix is a madman. He spent an extra 5 months building this kingdom before we started recording, just to fully decorate every single house. And I don't even mean, oh yeah, he put some stuff down. No, every single room has like a painting or an item frame or a flower pot. This diner, which I think we were going to use, I really hope we still get to use it, but since there's lore. I'm not redoing the redstone right now. Toblix is a madman. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, or 39. I don't know if I counted that one twice. There's around 39. Oh, 40. There's around 40 houses. I love this kingdom. He put paintings and item frames and everything in each of these houses. If I show my entity map, I don't think that will show up. Okay. Look at this. This is why it's so laggy in this kingdom. And I'm just going to, like, go in here and show you each. This is like 50 rooms he done. Hold on, I'm gonna cut the camera for a second. That did not press. Okay. This is all you get. Look at all these rooms which he done because he was bored. Like we didn't say he had to do all of them, but then after he said he wanted to do all of them, we're like, okay, do all of them. Like there's like maybe 2 left undone. Ignore the rows of beds over there. Toblix is a madman. Anyways, I left the palace. Kingdom. I'm not gonna lie, this entire stream I've just been going in between these 3 sets because I don't know. What sets I can. What I don't remember what sets I've been to and what sets I can't go to at the moment. I know I've been to the red or the rose, the red, the orange, the yellow, the outpost, and the end. I can't go to the navy at the moment. If I turn off my camera, I can show off a bit of the winter village. But only past a certain point. I can't turn around. This set, I built all of this. Eventually I got bored and just, or not bored, eventually I got a little lazy and started copying and pasting a few things. But look at this. And this thing, which I eventually was gonna finish. Canonically, it's finished. I guess the stream is just breaking the illusion, but... Okay, but it looked so cool from this shot, like when we were walking up. But if you know that the back is just like this, it kind of seems pretty stupid. but I really like this pond. But like I spent so many months just working on this alone since no one wanted to help me. And then I think the first house I built was this one. Yeah. This was the one where I was testing the style to see if it would work. And then I basically just overly simplified the thing. I can tell there's a lot more detail in that than there is in like this. From that shot, it's cool as long as you're not showing the back. This is why I've been actively avoiding going near this. Like, you can see there's just pitch black here, but I don't know. That's just because they thought it would look cooler without a door. I do like this terrain right here. It does cut off right here, though, but I think that's fixable. I did do it a little bit on both sides, and then I know this is not world edited. It kind of looks like it, but it's not. Yeah, no. And then I did use world edit to smooth out this corner, and that's why there's like this right here, since this was here, and then but so I don't know who built this. I think maybe Space built this. I don't know what is here. There's nothing here. This won't canonically be shown. I have no clue what this is. Oh wait, is this? Is this what I think it is? Oh yeah, this is where Lead got sued for supposedly killing Rainbow's pufferfish. Don't know the context of that, but Lead was innocent and yet he still got convicted. And this is the tower. I don't have the resource pack on. Anyways. Should I do more recordings with Astralex? The reason I don't is because of how laggy it is. But like... if I can figure out how to make it less laggy, then it would probably be pretty cool to record with Astralex. We do not have a middle world set. This is the only reason why I didn't. I might have made like a tiny thing. Yeah, I think this is literally just the Fun Saga one, just with the less random blocks. Pufferfish. Wow, is stream delay that bad? But yeah, this is all we have for the middle world. I want to make an actual kingdom here, but I have no clue what to do. So I just haven't. But if I ever get inspired one day and want to make a middle world, I can. Eventually. Depends if you want Astralex or not. I really like Astralex. I just... What is this? Is this what I think it is? Okay, the server's lagging. Okay, does the warp no longer exist? Is the server just being that weird? I like Astralex, it's just very laggy. Oh, can't show that. What's over here? I have no clue where most of the stuff in the... Oh no, did I delete the universe's warp, like, with when I was clearing out this world? Also, I don't know what I was doing here. I think this was inspired off of the Hypixel. Will you put cat or dogs in the village or other places? Maybe decor with more flowers? Who knows? On that topic, Toblix actually tamed multiple wolves and put them in the Yellow Kingdom for some reason. I don't know what's going on here, but this is this. Anyways, slash warp M color hub, which it's called the chromatic hub. I just never changed the warp. I'm gonna do that right now. Del warp M color hub set warp chromatic hub. Which literally nothing has happened since the stream where I built this. I'm going to continue doing. I might continue doing streams building this, or I'll just build it off camera. It really doesn't matter. It's kind of just fixing up the place a little bit, but this leads to the stronghold. This and this aren't finished. This leads to that one room, which I still have night vision on, don't I? I don't think this book says anything. This is a man-made geo. Why are there so many running around? Yeah, I really need to fix my stream delay, huh? Okay, all of this was man-made. Except like this. This thing. This thing and this pedestal. Space made this. Oh. What did I just break? Okay. Space made this and this on another server years ago. But since that server, or since it was just a roleplay server and this is literally perfect for what I needed, and it would be useless to just make something that looked very similar, since it would basically just be the same thing, just slightly different if I did make it, but I just asked him if I could use it, and he was like, alright, bet. These portals lead nowhere. I think they actually lead to the Nether now, which isn't supposed to happen, since these were put on the server before I moved over to. But what the why did I just get jump scared by granite? But these portals don't lead anywhere. They aren't supposed to lead to the Nether. This is Lee's house, I guess. Did I leave anything here? Because I know I don't have all of my stuff. Like, I don't have the fireballs that Frozen gave, or not Frozen, Green gave Lee. Or this, I guess. Or that. What was up here again? Why do I have a jukebox? Okay, I guess I have a jukebox now. I don't know why I got that, but now I have a jukebox. Cool. No. Okay, no, I'm just blind. Okay, thank God. Lucky's good. Lucky's alright. Because I did not want to have to respawn that rabbit. That's the same rabbit from episode 1. That rabbit... Actually, that rabbit is like 3 years old. I'm not even kidding. This is Green's house. Why do I have Tinker on? This is Green's house. I don't know what to say. Also, any sandstone walls are the oak wood walls. I just don't have the resource pack. That's why this looks like a strawberry banana smoothie. The pink. Anyways, I'm actually gonna go to Stronghold if I have a warp for that. The Stronghold got deleted. I will have to rebuild the room with the Mr. Bush. This is not the canon Stronghold, but this room is canon. I redone the end portal room to look better. If I jump in, will this still link up? Yes, it will. Good. Actually, Lucky the rabbit is cute. Let Lucky follow the adventure for no reason. I will have to make him immortal. Also, I don't want someone playing the rabbit. I want to keep him as vanilla as possible because he's just that guy, you know? He's just better than everyone, that he doesn't need to be played by an actor. He's too good to be played by an actor. So I don't want the rabbit getting killed. I haven't been to the end since. Actually, I've been to the end only a few times since we record. Since we record that episode. Done literally nothing besides just look around. Mr. Bush, what are your thoughts of Mr. Bush hand pink waving? Mr. Bush, I know something which y'all don't know. And I'm gonna gatekeep that information until it's said in lore. But Mr. Bush is important. Maybe write down what he, or maybe remember what he writes. Also, originally there was a Mr. Bush on like one of these things, but it didn't seem right. So maybe canonically this Azalea plant is like a tiny Mr. Okay, maybe that's what Toblix did. He turned the Mr. Bush into a tiny one because this is not supposed to still be here. But the true Mr. Bush in the end dimension is in Chorus's house. Which, I don't know why this one looks like a castle. It looks alright though. This one isn't decorated, but I'd say this has to be my favorite. Yeah. And then these two were kind of just made last minute because we wanted to make the end look less empty. I don't think we accomplished that, but it looked full enough. These two this was going to be the leader and apprentices. I don't remember this ever being built, but this was going to be the leaders. I knew it. Mr. Bush is a mysterious and having secrets from the beginning. I don't know what it is, but it's something. You know what's giving. On. I have to save a PNG. Save image as PNG. Image 3 upload in browser. Mr. Bush has some secrets. I just can't prove it yet. But originally this was going to be Chorus's house, or someone important's house. That's why I had the tower and a fake bed. And then we just never did anything with this, so I'm hoping that if we introduce a new purple, he could live here. Then this was going to be a second shopping mall. It is currently inaccessible unless you're a purple or ender. I might make that an ender's house, actually no, because I remember originally the enders were going to have the endstone roofs and the purples were going to have the wood roofs. But so far that's been backwards. Why is there water here? I realized there was water here in the episode. There's not supposed to be water here. I'm removing the water here. I'm guessing this portal no longer works. Am I correct? Let's see. 360. It works for once every time. Before we moved the server, every time I would jump in And where's the world spawn? Did I delete the world spawn? I don't remember the coordinates. Locate biome Snowy Beach, I think. Game over or send command feedback to. This doesn't count. Okay, is this what I'm looking for? No, these are not the drawers you're looking for. Is it down here? Maybe it's down here. There's a high chance I just deleted it. This looks right, though. Yeah, because there's the pit, and there's the hundreds of bunnies. No, I didn't delete it. How is this campfire still lit? I haven't been here in a year. This campfire is running on 2 pieces of charcoal. That's crazy. Okay, but why are there a ton of rabbits here? Forget. But actually, I'm asking that as if y'all would know. I'm unsure if y'all would know. Y'all probably wouldn't know. That's an immortal charcoal. That's crazy. I am kind of in the corner of my eye showing off a few things. Anyways. I'm not gonna look any further. I leaked something I didn't intentionally leak. I meant to leak something else, but I'll just warp Cormac up. Actually, I'm gonna warp back to the Red Kingdom. This is where I am in story, so. Any more Q&A questions? And yes, we still will be doing that hide and seek now that I've hit 300. After the stream, people can comment down below where or what maps they'd like to see us do the hide and seek on. Oh, I have to go now this afternoon. And sorry, Lead, have fun there. Have a great day, Lead. Bye, NF. I have been streaming for an hour 30 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap it up. But it was fun talking in chat. I'm in a VC in my public Discord because I expected maybe someone to join. Or at least say hi. Who knows? But and this is what I get for streaming at what, it's 10 now? Okay. Well, I have open house tomorrow. Well, thank you anyone who stopped by, or thank you everyone who stopped by. I see y'all next time. ATV.